But following a theory that's been going around for quite some time, Jon Snow's mother seems to be none other than Ned Stark's younger sister, Lyanna Stark. But wait, wouldn't that mean Ned Stark, you know, did it with his sister? Actually no, because following the same theory, the father of Jon Snow is most likely a man of the name Rhaegar Targaryen. And if you think the name sounds familiar, it's because he was the older brother of Viserys and Daenerys Targaryen. Basically, the theory says that Lyanna died soon after giving birth to Jon Snow and made her brother Ned promise to take care of him as his own son to protect his real identity. The direwolves that are present throughout the show, such as Jon Snow's white direwolf Ghost, are actually not fiction at all. In real life, direwolves or canis dirus existed alongside early man in the Pleistocene age. They were much larger, stronger and had sharper teeth than the average wolf of today. Much like the ones seen in Game of Thrones, direwolves were natives to America and became extinct roughly 10,000 years ago. Thomas Brody Sangster, who plays the 13-year-old character Jojen Reed, was actually 22 years old when the third season was filmed. Una Chaplin, who plays, or should I say played, Talisa Stark, is actually the granddaughter of silent film legend Charlie Chaplin. Christian Narn, who plays Hodor, is actually a successful Irish DJ. The scar he has on his right temple in the show was actually added to hide a tattoo. Maisie Williams, who plays Arya Stark, was very lucky to get the role, as not only did she audition against hundreds of others, she had never actually acted before. Still, she received great acclaim for her performance, and in 2012, when only 15 years old, she even won an award for Best Supporting Actress, the youngest ever to do so. And despite the characters Arya and her older sister Sansa being quite hostile towards each other in the series, they are and have been best friends in real life ever since auditioning began. Almost none of the cast members have actually read the books. The reason is many of them don't want to know what happens to their characters, fearing it will affect their acting. Emilia Clarke, who plays Daenerys, and Kit Harington, who plays Jon Snow, are among the few who have read all the books released so far. George Martin has already revealed to the series producers Daniel Brett Weiss and David Benioff exactly what the last two books are going to contain and how he plans to end it all. Allegedly, he did this because he wanted to make sure they could finish the series in case he should die. In 2012, over 146 newborn girls in the US were named Khaleesi after one of the main characters in the show. Worth pointing out though is the fact that it's not the character's actual name, but the title given to her as the wife of a ruler. The character's real name is Daenerys Targaryen. Two other names that also rose in popularity in 2012 thanks to Game of Thrones were Arya and Theon. The Iron Throne in the show is almost 2.5 meters tall and is built from a wooden frame and hundreds of actual swords. It took over 2 months to build, and many actors have said it's quite uncomfortable to sit on. However, the throne we see in the TV show is not the way George Martin had imagined it. His vision looked more like this. Quite fucking epic. The Dothraki language spoken in the show might seem like just random grunts and noises, but it's actually a quite complicated language created from scratch by a linguist hired by HBO. Today, over 3,000 words exist, and it's said to contain more words for kill than for love. And if you're ever in the mood for some Dothraki, you can learn some using the English to Dothraki dictionary. Sibel Kekilli, who plays Shay, first became famous in Germany for her acting in the movie Head On. She even won a Lola for her performance, which is like a German Oscar. However, because of the movie's success, another secret about Sibel came to light. It was revealed that she had acted in several pornos using the stage name Dilara. And my viewers are gone. This is exactly why I saved the fact for last. Happy masturbation. It's okay. The setting of GTA 4 was originally supposed to be Liberty State instead of just Liberty City. It would have included countryside with mountains and forests surrounding the city, much like the setting of GTA 5. But because of time limitations, they choose to focus development on only the city instead. The now iconic font used in almost all of Grand Theft Auto titles named Price Down is actually the same font used in the popular game show The Price is Right. There's evidence that other Rockstar games could exist within the same universe as Grand Theft Auto. For example, in GTA 5, in Franklin's apartment, there's a book named Red Dead by Jay Marston. For those of you who don't know, it's a reference to the main protagonists John or Jack Marston from the game Red Dead Redemption. The game Manhunt takes place in a fictional city called Carcer City, and that city is in fact mentioned in several GTA games, both in conversation and on radio stations.
Bro, what was your first bank score?
88, outskirts of Carcer City.
In GTA 4, the school Bullworth Academy from the game Bully is featured in one of the in-game TV shows called I'm Rich. Months before GTA 5 was released, some very devoted fans over at GTA forums was able to predict what the GTA 5 map would look like with some almost unreal precision. They did this by very carefully analyzing every single piece of information they could get their hands on, from various trailers, advertisements, images, interviews, and other media Rockstar released prior to the game. The protagonist Niko Bellic from GTA 4 was based on the Russian actor Vladimir Mashkov in the film Behind Enemy Lines. This becomes very clear when you compare them side by side, as they look extremely similar. He was even offered to voice the character himself, but turned it down. Rockstar did the same thing with the three main protagonists in GTA 5, except they actually voiced their characters as well. In the GTA 4 mission, Three Leaf Clover, it's possible to actually kill the main protagonist of the Ballad of Gay Tony. He's featured in one of the cutscenes as well as lying on the floor with the other hostages during the mission. However, killing him won't have any effect on the story. In GTA 5, Rockstar actually hired real-life criminals to voice various criminals within the game, just to make it feel more realistic. And a lot of the time they just improvised lines instead of following the script to get the game closer to reality. One voice actor was only let out of prison the day before he went in to record his lines. Back in 1999, with the release of GTA 2, Rockstar, or as they were called back then, DMA Design, also made a short film for the game. It was released for the purpose of advertising the game, and several clips from the film was included as an opening cutscene within the game itself. It follows the main protagonist of the game, Claude Speed, as he's chased by a group of armed gang members around the city. Because it was only intended as advertisement, the 8-minute short film was never given an official name, and thus it's simply referred to as GTA 2 the movie. The film is no longer available on the game's official website, but can still be viewed on YouTube. Back when GTA 3 was released in 2001, several things were changed and removed from the game out of respect for the recent 9/11 attacks. For example, the design of the police cars were changed. The old color scheme of blue with white stripes specifically resembled that of the NYPD. The iconic box art style was also redesigned partly because of 9/11. The original cover art, which was released as the cover of the game in Europe, was changed in the last minute for the North American release. A character named Darkel was removed as well, but can still be found in the credits as well as in the game files. There was also one mission which would have featured a flyable plane missing most of its wingspan. The mission was removed, but the airplane can still be found in the game and is actually still flyable, but it's extremely hard to control. When asked about exactly how much was changed from the original version, Rockstar stated that only about 1%, and that they only removed one mission that referenced terrorists and changed a few other cosmetic details, such as the aforementioned car details, some pedestrian comments, and radio dialogue. We all know that Grand Theft Auto is one of the biggest video game franchises out there, but with the release of GTA 5, it's on a whole other level. Even though GTA 5 was released only last year, it's already claimed the number 6 spot of best-selling video games of all time.